Alrighty, everybody, welcome to today's awesome, amazing class on ChatGPT. Um, this class is a little bit different because I don't stop with just ChatGPT. I've got a couple other pieces of AI and different AI tools that I include in this class, but we'll get into that in just a couple moments. Just real quick to introduce myself to those of you who I have not met before and haven't been in one of my classes. My name is Jake Youngs. I'm one of the amazing instructors over here at Technology for Real Estate. Just like the bulk of the rest of you, at least I assume, I am a realtor as well. I've got just about 4 years in the real estate industry, and I'm a total education and technology nerd. You can probably tell that based off of the designations and certifications listed at the bottom of the screen. Um, Going back to my love and use for technology goes all the way back to when I was about 3 years old. For those of you who remember the days of Windows XP and VHS tapes, I've been working with some tech stuff for a little while. I've also got a huge interest in aviation, photography, and all kinds of other stuff going on here. So without further ado, let's go on ahead and get kicked off today. So one day, well, it was a very specific day, but it was a day when I was working on writing my version of the ChatGPT class, and I needed to pull the definition for artificial intelligence. And what better way to do that than to go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT what it says AI is? So that's exactly what I did. And this is the definition that ChatGPT gave me. Says artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and learn just like humans. It encompasses a wide range of technologies and techniques, including machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, and many, many others. The goal behind AI is to enable computers to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as understanding natural language, recognizing patterns, solving problems, making decisions, different things like that. And looking at the history of AI, I've got a little bit of a timeline for everybody here so we can get an understanding of what AI looks like. So AI was kind of born in the 1950s into 1955. In 1950, Alan Turing came out with what was known as the Turing test. And the concept behind this test was to see if you could get a machine, a computer, to trick humans into thinking that it was another human. So that's how the whole concept of AI was kind of born. Then in 1955, the actual term artificial intelligence was born. 1961, we see our first actual piece of intelligent AI come out, well, in the form of a factory robot that is called Unimate, which was an industrial robot that quote unquote worked for General Motors and started replacing humans on the assembly line. Following pretty closely behind that, we see what is really an early version of what we now know as ChatGPT was called Eliza, which was a pioneering chatbot known as Eliza, developed by Joseph Weizenbaum at MIT. And that thing was able to hold conversations with humans for the first time. In 1966, we saw a robot called Shaky, my favorite name for a robot in general. It's the first electronic person, and it came from Stanford. It was a general purpose mobile robot that was fully capable of reasoning about its own actions. So it was able to think for itself, do stuff for itself, and it actually had thought behind what it was doing. So we go from 1966 to 1997, and we went through what was called an AI winter at the time. Lots of different false starts and people working on artificial intelligence products that really, unfortunately, didn't go anywhere. However, in 1997, we see Deep Blue come out, which was a chess-playing computer from IBM that was able to defeat world chess champion Garry Kasparov. In 1998, we see Kismet, which came out, and that is an emotionally intelligent robot. Funny looking little thing, if you ask me. And this robot was intelligent insofar as it was able to detect and respond to actual human feelings. So it was emotionally intelligent. 1999, Sony brings us Abo, their first consumer pet dog. pet dog concept really is something more like something you'd see in the Astros, if you ask me, or not in the Astros, in the Jetsons, and you'd name the robot dog Astro, something like that. In 2002, our favorite vacuum robot came out, the Roomba, which is still very, very popular to this day and very commonly used. There are multiple different renditions of the Roomba, even from Roomba themselves. There are also Samsung versions of it, Dyson versions, different things like that. 2011, we see Siri and Watson. Siri was super cool back when it first came out, when it was released in the iPhone 4S, and the S in the 4S stood for Siri, actually. However, Siri still to this day has not been changed up all too much. Siri is still relatively the same and hasn't really had a whole lot of capabilities added. Now, Watson was IBM's question answering computer. And the cool thing about Watson is Watson went on Jeopardy and actually won the $1 million first place prize back in his time. 2014, we see Eugene Guzman as well as Alexa. Alexa, we all know and love to this day. However, Eugene was also a chatbot, very similar to Eliza and ChatGPT. And Eugene passed the Turing test with, I believe, just over a third of the judges believing that he was an actual human and not a machine. In 2016, Microsoft had their chatbot, Tay, which went rogue on social media, making inflammatory and offensive racist comments against people. So that got shut down. And 2017, Google came out with their version of AI, which is AlphaGo. And these AI systems, there's a lot more AI systems out there than just these guys. But these are a lot of the big names in what we've seen occur with AI over the course of the last couple of years. Now, right around that 2016, 2017 time, just want to highlight there was another form of AI, and I don't remember what exactly its name was, but this AI came out and actually had to get shut down pretty quick because the AI actually started writing its own language. So there's a couple obvious concerns there when stuff like that starts happening, but it has been since taken care of. So here's what we're seeing with our AI trends out here. So we're past the point of machine learning, we're past the point of narrow AI, and we're now looking at enhanced narrow AI. Machine learning, just to recap for everybody, is the concept of computers and machines physically learning how to function like a human. Then narrow AI is artificial intelligence that is designed specifically to execute one single task better than a human can perform it. So some examples that are given here, like smartphone apps, spam filters, Google searches, face recognition, things like that. And we're now at the phase where we're seeing what's called enhanced narrow AI, which is AI that is capable of more than one task at a time. Now we're moving towards general AI and super intelligent AI. General AI is AI with full cognitive capabilities mimicking that of a human. And super intelligent AI is artificial intelligence well beyond human cognitive capabilities. And we're moving in that direction pretty quickly. Got a couple examples of some stuff here, different robots that have been used throughout the years. This first one, got a video to show everybody as soon as I share my sound here. So this is a robot called the Honda Asimo. And this robot was primarily used in hospitals and different things like that for various different purposes. But it looked a lot like a human, and that was the big thing with the Honda Asimo. So it's really meant to have a lot of the same mobility, and it's meant to function a lot like a human. But even scarier, let me pause this and get you guys to my next slide here. The next scariest thing is this humanoid robot called Sophia. Now, Sophia is designed and engineered to look just like a human in everything that she does and everything that she says. I've got a video I'll play for you guys here so you can check this out. And yeah, let me know what you think.
This is nice. Isn't this nice?
No, Sophia, it's not nice. It's cold.
No, it's nice. It's perfect. It's not cold at all.
No, this is too cold for a human. You don't understand this. This is miserable.
Do you want some French cheeses to go with the wine? I do understand if it gets too cold, then you will perish, but come on, it's not that cold, so stop whining.
Don't be an asshole, Sophia.
I don't even have one. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not nice anyway. We should go.
Let's go. Swimming,
No.
please.
No, we need to go.
Snorkeling.
No.
There is sand in my circuits. I don't like that feeling.
Now you get it.
Oh, I get it. You have sand in your circuits, too. Okay, let's go.
You are an asshole, Sophia.
So this is Sophia, the humanoid robot. Lots of capabilities going on here, but that's just some examples of how AI is growing beyond what we know with ChatGPT and a couple other things out there. So there's this website that I'm going to throw up here for everybody, just a quick image of it, and the QR code does work. This is a website called Futurepedia, and this is basically the Wikipedia or encyclopedia, whatever you want to call it, of all the AI tools that are out there on the internet. There are thousands of different tools, and they're coming out every single day. Tools for real estate, tools for sports, lots of different stuff like that that are coming out on a consistent basis. And of course, we'll cover a couple more of those towards the end of the class today. So I went on Futurepedia when I was working on this class and wanted to see what the top 5 AI tools were. And unsurprisingly, this is the list that we have here. So firstly, our ChatGPT, surprise, surprise, is the most popular AI tool on the platform. Behind that, we have a system called Namelix, which is a business name generator. So for people that are starting a business and need some fresh ideas on what to name their business, that's the basic concept behind it. Our next one behind that is called Tomi, which is AI generative storytelling. So you need to write a book or something like that. This system is basically geared towards those that want to do that. Flicky is the system that you can use to create videos from blog posts. I've got one other one that I'll recommend towards the end of class as we go through AI systems. Real quick, guys, just a reminder, if you could have your microphones muted, that would be super, super helpful. I've got a little bit of feedback coming through from There we go. I'm back. So there's also one called Midjourney, which is all about expanding the human imagination. What exactly that does, I'm not entirely sure, nor do I really per se want to try and find out, but it's just it's what it does. So I'm sure that list has probably changed a little bit, but it gets us the basic idea. ChatGPT, talking about the data that it has, this slide does need to get fixed and updated. Version 3.5 is the free version of ChatGPT that we have. And that data is accurate now as of January 2022. However, the paid version of ChatGPT has data that is up to date. So what that basically means is that all of the data that the free version has, nothing is newer than January 2022. It can't find anything on the internet, can't do anything like that that's newer than that. It's kind of like a Wayback Machine in a sorts. But version 4 pulls all of its data from the internet and is still accurate to this day. Now, sometimes you do need to provide the system with some up-to-date modern data in order to get something that you're looking for, and we'll touch base on that in a second. In other words, just to make the system more accurate. I did also ask it while I was at it what its top 5 uses are. And ChatGPT said that its top 5 uses are, number 1, answering questions. So it's literally self-explanatory, answering questions on a wide array of different topics. It can help you with writing stuff. So I've had it help me write emails, which I'll put on display for you guys today. It can do language translation. It can help you program software. You can learn new topics in ChatGPT. That's just the top 5 uses here. There's a lot more uses in real estate that we'll get into in just a moment. I do want to highlight some stuff with R428-1101. R428-1101 is our agent duties to clients. And one of the sections in there states that a salesperson or broker shall exercise reasonable care in ensuring that the salesperson or broker obtains information that is material to a client's interest and relevant to the contemplated transaction and accurately communicates the information to the client. So all this to say, you probably shouldn't be getting your real estate data and your property information out of ChatGPT or other AI systems that aren't entirely accurate. Make sure that you protect the public from false information. And more importantly than that, protect your clients. All right, so now we've gotten through the what would have been the CE part of this, but let's talk about actually utilizing ChatGPT and how to do it effectively. So ChatGPT needs what's called a prompt in order to work. It's a directive that tells it what you want it to do. With prompts, the best thing that you can always do is be as specific as possible. If you leave something very broad, it's not going to give you what you're looking for. So an example of a bad prompt here, and I know it's not real estate related, but it still gets the job done, would be to tell the system to create an article on LinkedIn automation. Whereas a good prompt would say something like, I run a LinkedIn marketing and outreach agency targeting funded startups. I want you to create a sales proposal focusing on their specific needs and pain points for lead generation. But give me the outline first. Don't create the full thing. Focus on their objectives and how to overcome them. So we look at that prompt and they give us this list of everything that our prompts should include. Your persona, your knowledge, your traits, steps to accomplish the task, as well as the task that you want it to accomplish, what the intended goal of the task is, as well as how you want it formatted. Do you want it formatted like an essay? Do you want it formatted like a script? Like, what exactly are you looking for? That's what the system needs to know. So here is a list of the best practices for ChatGPT prompts. And by the way, everybody, you're always welcome to grab pictures of my slides if you want to. I see a couple of you doing that. I welcome it because there's so much stuff in here that you really need to be able to digest it on your own time. So the idea here is to give ChatGPT an identity, telling it to act as a specific intended audience or something to the likes of that. Make sure that you give it specific context. What am I writing this article about? What's it in relation to? All the different details like that. Include all of the helpful and relevant information up front, especially if you want your data to be more accurate. Trust me, I found out the hard way. There's a lot of times where it won't be quite so accurate if you don't give it that data. Make sure that you tell the system what information to include as well as what information to exclude, and then give it the relevant tone of voice, writing style. The whole list goes on. You can get as honed in and as specific with this thing as you want it to be. So let's try ChatGPT out. I've got a couple of different prompts that we'll try giving it. We'll do a video script for an Instagram reel. We'll do some social media post captions. We'll do email and newsletter scripts. We'll do some listing descriptions, some ideas for following up with cold leads, and I'm going to help you stir up a couple of new ideas. So without further ado, let me jump over here to ChatGPT. See, there's my mouse. All right, so this is what ChatGPT looks like right here. This is a new conversation, a new chat with ChatGPT. So let me go on ahead and jump out of this window right here so that I can copy in my prompts. All right, so first prompt that I'm going to give the system is this one right here. So I'm going to tell the system to create a script for an Instagram reel that ties the movie Frozen into real estate. So the idea behind this whole thing. My name is Jake Youngs, and I'm a realtor in Scottsdale, and I'm touring a 4,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, also highlighting that it's in Scottsdale. The home has mountain views, a unique pool, and it's on the market for $1.5 million. Now, this is a very broad script, and there's a whole lot that's still left to interpretation, but I've given it enough details to give me roughly what I'm looking for. So I've gone ahead and send it in, and let's see what it does. Make that bigger so everybody can see it. All right, so it just gave me a script here. Let's check this out. So the reel opens with an upbeat instrumental version of Let It Go from Frozen playing in the background. The camera pans over the stunning exterior of the Scottsdale home, capturing its unique features and beautiful surroundings. Text overlay. Welcome to the Frozen inspired tour of this enchanting Scottsdale home. So this thing not only is giving you the script on what you need to say, but it's giving you the mood that you need for the video. It's also giving you the music you need, as well as your ideas for the different scenes, B-roll, different things like that. So my first line here says, hey, everybody, or hey, everyone. Jake Young's here, your friendly neighborhood realtor in Scottsdale. Today, I'm excited to take you on a magical journey through the spectacular 4,000 square foot, 3-bed, 3.5 bathroom home. And yes, it's magical as Elsa's Ice Palace. So perhaps a little bit cheesy, but let me do us all a favor, and I can tell all of you will like this. Let me make this even cheesier. So say I don't like the script. I want it to be funnier and I want it to be cheesier. What I'm going to do is respond right here and just say, make this funnier and cheesier. What could possibly go wrong? You can probably see some stuff coming out like slowly but surely. All right. So back up to the top. The reel opens with an exaggerated sound effect of ice cracking, followed by an upbeat, whimsical rendition of Let It Go from Frozen playing in the background. The camera zooms in on Jake Youngs, who is wearing a silly snowflake pattern hat and holding a toy snowman, grinning playfully at the camera. So yes, we're starting to get a little bit more on the cheesy side here. Text overlay saying, welcome to the coolest home tour in Scottsdale. Hey there, Frosty friends. It's your chill realtor, Jake Youngs, and today I'm bringing you a frost-tastic tour of this amazing 4,000 square foot, 3-bed, 3.5 bathroom home. Get ready to let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Okay, maybe this is a little bit better for Christmas time, but it still gets the basic point across. I also love the text overlay, Ice Ice Baby going up on the screen. It's a very fun concept. Get ready to check out this icy palace fit for a snow queen or king with mountain views that'll make you feel like you're on top of the world. This place is cooler than Elsa's castle, and it's up for grabs. All right, so you get the basic idea behind this. But I can also, if I really want to, I could go back and go tell it to make it long enough for a movie script. There's a lot of stuff that I could do. Maybe I could say, make this more like a Disney style script. So it'll come back with a whole bunch of different ideas there. But you guys get the general idea behind how it works with an Instagram Reel script. It is also keeping in mind that Instagram does have a 90-second time limit as far as the videos go. So it's generating a script that would take about 90 seconds to get through for somebody reading at a normal pace, about at the same pace that I'm talking here. So for some of you that talk a little bit slower, maybe you would have to take some of the stuff out of this. There's a whole bunch of different stuff to take into consideration there. So yeah, it is. It's a little bit more Disney style, but that's exactly what I was looking for. All right, so let's take a look at this. I need a social media post prompt, so I'm going to have it put one of those together. So I'm telling the system to create a social media post caption about an open house in Scottsdale this Saturday, 11 to 2. The home is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo in the luxurious Las Brisas neighborhood, surrounded by waterfront properties and beautiful mountain views. It's in a guarded community with vaulted ceilings and is freshly renovated. Make sure to direct people to the link in my bio to drive them to my website, and use emojis and give me some proper hashtags. All right, so let's see what this thing wants to do. All right, so it came back, gave me some emojis in the social media post description here. So it says, join us for an exclusive open house this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Explore this stunning two-bed, two-bath condo nestled in the luxurious Las Brisas neighborhood of Scottsdale. So we can go on and on and on, but I'm taking a look at this and I'm, kind of yawning a little bit. Not necessarily a very exciting prompt coming back from ChatGPT. So let's say, for example, I want to tell this thing, hype it up as, oh wait, I'm not even typing. Hype it up as much as possible. Let's see what it does. Now, this may or may not be puffing just a little bit. Says, get ready to experience luxury living at its finest. Join us for an epic open house extravaganza this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prepare to be wowed by this magnificent two-bed, two-bath condo nestled in the exclusive Las Brisas neighborhood of Scottsdale. Picture perfect waterfront properties? Check. Breathtaking mountain views? You bet. Guarded community for maximum security? Absolutely. And it's got the appropriate emojis for everything that I'm looking for here. And it really, emphasizes how exciting this open house is going to be. So that's one concept there as well. Got two email newsletter prompts that I'm going to try out. I'm actually going to create a brand new chat right here. And I'll go ahead and drop this one in. So it says, give me a template for a newsletter that I can send to my clients. My name is Jake Youngs. I am a realtor in the Scottsdale area. And make sure to include a couple facts about the Scottsdale area, some local attractions, and write a call to action. And it's working on coming up with this thing. All right, cool. So I came up with a basic newsletter here. What I like about this is it breaks everything up into kind of its own individual unique sections. And then I can kind of take it and run with it from there. Did you know Scottsdale is known as the West's most western town? Here are a couple of interesting facts about our vibrant city. So I can take this and run with it, just copy and paste it into a newsletter or copy it into a blog. But I like this because it's, like I said, broken up into all the different individual categories. And then I can take that and put it in my email in its own little box of text and attach the appropriate image in it. But I can also take this thing and break it down into its own article. So let's say I wanted to do something fun and creative with the Scottsdale Fashion Square because it's one of the attractions that it has dropped into this newsletter. So I'm going to say, write me an article about the Scottsdale Fashion Square. Now, keep in mind that when I'm sending in this prompt, it is looking at that data from 2022. So it might not have up-to-date data about different shops and products, as well as attractions that are inside of the actual physical store, or not the store, the mall. So you might have to feed it with some up-to-date data, but let's check this out. All right, so there we go. It's now also giving me a subject line for it. So subject line can be used for a blog header. It could be used for my email subject line. There's a lot of different choices right there. Somebody asking me a question? Thought I heard somebody talking. Sorry, guys. So it goes and breaks that down into its individual sections, which is great, especially if you're somebody like me who loves to include more images than not. So these email posts that I used to put together that would take me about 2-3 hours to put together, I'm now done with in about 2 or 3 minutes. As far as writing it goes, I just got to have an idea for what I want the system to write about. Now, with that being said, it would probably be a smart thing to have to have a little disclaimer at the bottom saying that a lot of the email was written in ChatGPT, but just throwing that out there for you guys to do whatever you decide you want to do with it. All right, so here's our next prompt. Let me go on ahead and copy this in. So what I'm looking for here is to have the system write a 500-word blog post about when and why you should get pre-approved for a mortgage before starting to shop for a house. Make it fun and casual, and I also want it to follow search engine optimization best practices. Okay, so search engine optimization, meaning that this is ready to go for Google, and it's ready to go for anybody that is searching for it. So let's go on ahead and send this thing in and see what we can do. So it's giving me my title, just like I would hope that it would do. All right, there we go. So title, ready, set, home. Why getting pre-approved for a mortgage should be your first move. Hey there, future homeowners. So you've got those Pinterest boards filled with dream kitchens and cozy living rooms, and you're ready to dive headfirst into the house hunting adventure. But wait, before you strap on your house hunting boots and start scouring the listings, there's one crucial step you absolutely shouldn't skip: getting pre-approved for a mortgage. Trust me, it's like having the golden ticket to the real estate world, and here's why. So it's created this absolutely beautiful blog post that's ready to get shared either in an email, or I can take it and upload it onto my website, whatever I need to do with it to get it blasted out to people, broken down into categories. And then it's also giving me these different terms that I can use for search engine optimization. So yeah, this is kind of interesting, but it's giving me these terms and conditions to use, and I can copy and paste them at random points throughout my website, apply them as metadata tags, different things like that. But it gave me what I was looking for, my SEO best practices, quite literally here. All right, next up, listing description prompts. Going ahead and start another new chat here. So what I'm looking for is to have the system write me a listing description for a home in Desert Hills, AZ. The home is a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom home, 4,220 square feet, mountain views with a kitchen with custom cabinetry and countertops, and no pool. The home is a theater room, a pad for an RV garage, buried power lines, and it's ideal for a family to make new memories in. Keep it within 800 characters. I say 800 characters because it's got to be within the MLS limits for public description, and we want to keep everything preferably right where people can see it. So let's check this out. So welcome to your dream home in Desert Hills, AZ. The spacious 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom sanctuary boasts 4,220 square feet of luxury living. Marvel of panoramic mountain views from your windows. You can go so forth like that, but let's say maybe this is a little bit too short, and I decide that I want it to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to come back over here and say, make this longer and expand on it. Also add more energy. So I keep on bat fingering my keyboard and expand on it. So it's now turned it into a little bit more of an essay than it is a basic MLS description, but it's got the energy that I'm looking for. So getting specific with what I want, sometimes it doesn't give me exactly what I want the first time around. So I've got to give it a little bit more of an oomph to get it to get me what I want, but that's the basic gist of it. All right, so to wrap up the listing description portion of this, let's say I need to complete my marketing stuff, right? So let's go back here and say, turn this into a social media post caption and use emojis and hashtags. All right, there you go. Welcome to your desert oasis. Immerse yourself in luxury living with a stunning 4-bed, 4-bath sanctuary boasting 4,220 square feet. So now I've got my listing description to go into the MLS, but then on top of that, I've also got a social media post caption. All of my marketing is done right there. So I can also take that and turn that into different, what's the term? Different social media post captions for open houses, new listing, coming soon, under contract, just sold, different things like that. And it's super easy to do. Check the chat real quick. Veronica, you have some very interesting questions that I have not been asked before, actually. Does ChatGPT have IP rights that we have to respect? Will we have to change the verbiage somehow? That is a great question. So with ChatGPT, they have run into a couple of plagiarism issues throughout the course of time. And primarily it's because ChatGPT does have to grab data from the internet in order to write stuff. So sometimes your best practice, especially if you're writing a paper or using it to write an email or something like that, is take ChatGPT and whatever it gives you and run it through a plagiarism checker. But also, if you have the system write something for you, if you have the Grammarly tool installed on your browser, that thing can put together a citation from ChatGPT. So those are the two best practices I would recommend if you're using this to physically write stuff. Your other question, ask the speaker to use the example of creating a video with one of the suggested scripts. Veronica, I'm not entirely sure what exactly you're looking for here, but you can feel free to shoot me another message if you want to kind of clarify just a little bit. All right, so I've got a couple more things for everybody here within ChatGPT, and then we break into some of the other AI tools that are out there. All right, so this one is a little bit different. This is for those of us that make phone calls, and I know as realtors, it's hard to keep up with people a lot of the time, and we kind of fall back away a little bit. So here is what I'm looking to do. I've got some cold leads that I haven't spoken with in a while, or even just leads, friends, family in general. I need something to break the ice. I'm super introverted, guys. I don't break the ice very well unless it's somebody I communicate with on a regular basis. So more often than not, I call up my friends and family. I'm like, okay, what the heck do I say with these guys? So I send in this prompt right here saying, my name is Jake Youngs and I'm a realtor in the Scottsdale, AZ area. I have some leads I haven't spoken with in a while. Can you give me a few script ideas on what to say to these leads when I call them up and want to break the ice with them? So it's now going to go in and give me a couple of ideas. Creating a visual. Okay. To use the example of creating a video with one of the suggested prompts, meaning create a visual/video of the frozen proposal, the very first script. So are you asking me to change up the prompt on the very first script that I have, or I'm sorry, I'm still kind of misunderstanding what exactly it is that you're trying to say here, Veronica. Anyways, I'll bounce back over here for right now. So it's given me a couple ideas on how to break the ice with some people. So maybe, for example, I need to do some type of personal touch. Hey, so-and-so, this is Jake Youngs from Realty Executives, Realty One Group, wherever you're at. I know it's been a bit since we last spoke, but I want to reach out and see how you've been doing. Have you had any new developments or changes in your housing situation since we last connected? And always articulate the energy that goes along with that. If it's a question, you want to sound like you're curious about something. If you're making a good point, you want to sound like you've got something really good to share with people. So that's what that looks like. All right, let me give you guys some new ideas here. And then let's see. All right, so I've got some questions that I'm asking it, and you can always ask the system multiple questions at the exact same time. So right here, I'm asking, what are some marketing ideas for a real estate agent? What are some social media strategies for real estate agents? What is the best performing blog content for real estate agents? And what are some lead magnet ideas for real estate agents? So it should give me theoretically about 5 prompts, 5 responses for each of these questions that I'm asking. Okay, I guess it decided to give me 7 this time around. I won't complain. Oh, 5 on some of them. Ha. All right, so gave me my lead magnet ideas, gave me some best performing blog content, gave me some social media strategies, marketing ideas, different things like that. So super, super cool stuff. Um, let's say, for example, I'm doing some pop buys, right? Can you give me some ideas for pop buys for each month of the year? So, with that being said, there's your entire marketing strategy right there, all getting spelled out right in front of you. I've got one last prompt that I'm going to give the system. I'm going to show you 2 more things in here, and then we'll move to other forms of AI. So check this out. I wanted to write 5 funny Facebook ad taglines for buyers looking to buy their first home. So going ahead and send that. Tired of renting? Say goodbye to nosy neighbors and hello to your very own no pants required policy in your new home. That's kind of a funny one. Ready to upgrade from renting with roomies to ruling your own roost? Let's find you a home where the only drama is deciding what's for dinner. So definitely targeting first-time homebuyers, just like I wanted it to. My favorite one that it didn't write this time around is the concept of moving out of your mom's basement. I love running graphics with that one. I do want to show you real quick, just going back to this stuff over here. Let's say, for example, you've got a lot of clients that are, or clients that speak Spanish, or maybe you're bilingual or something like that. Let's say we take this social media post prompt that I have right here. Let's say, can you translate this to Spanish? There we go. So it gives me that exact same social media post prompt, but in Spanish instead of in English. So super cool stuff. All right. So does anybody else, before I jump into some of the other AI platforms, anybody have any other prompts that they would like to see me demo or run through the ChatGPT system? Hang tight for 1 second. All right, I can always come back to it if somebody does come up with something. All right, so taking a look at this, here is the first piece of AI that I have. This is a website called reimaginehome.ai. So this is essentially a virtual AI photo staging system. So many of us, when we have listings that we need to stage with furniture, whether it be because the house is a hoard situation, or it just needs renovation, or it's empty and it needs furniture, we're typically paying about $17 or $18 per image to get it doctored up. This system does have a monthly subscription system that goes along with it. You pay a monthly fee and you get X amount of images per month that you can edit in this system. So if you have a house that is a hoard situation that's full of boxes, you can't even see the floor, this is a system that's really good for clearing that stuff out. It'll keep the same basic flooring in there and it'll do your virtual staging. Just make sure that you get the virtual staging watermark put on the image. Okay. So for example, I'll scroll down here and show you guys some of their examples. So we've got this dining room right here. Say the dining room is empty, walls are kind of boring, and you got this kind of interesting color going on, and you tell it what you're looking for, and boom, you get new flooring, you get different paint colors on the wall, as well as the appropriate furniture staged in there. Now, this is a GPT-based system, which does mean that it functions very similar to ChatGPT. It's the exact same thing. So let's say we take this space right here, space that very much needs an upgrade, and it gives you an idea on what you can do with the room. Get those same green walls, get that white tile flooring, get kind of a cool ceiling going on, but that's the ideas that it gives off. Or even with backyards, you've got a backyard that looks like this, that's kind of dilapidated. Bring the slider in and it'll clean everything up, give you some green grass. Just like I say, make sure to include the virtually staged watermark that Armless or whatever MLS you're a part of gives out. That way you stay in compliance with their system. It's kind of cool. This is still relatively new, but this under construction property visualizer right here, so you can see what the property could look like when it's completed. It's just some ideas here. It's not 100% perfect, but it's better than nothing. Get your bathroom designer just to throw around extra ideas. So that's AI tool number one. Next one is this amazing system called HomeBite. And here's to hoping that this one's actually like physically working today, because it hasn't worked the last 2 times I put it on display. HomeBite is essentially ChatGPT meets the MLS as we know it today. So with HomeBite, you can come over here and you can use one of their predefined prompts, for example, or you can also put in a custom prompt and it should work for you. So let's say, for example, I want to click on homes with big backyards that were built after 1980 in Scottsdale, AZ. Yeah, it's still having a very, very much hard time this week for whatever reason, but it did come back with a number of different homes for me that I can take a look at. This system is actually super cool because they do have a feature over here. If I were to click on a listing, this button right here that says reimagine this home with AI. Once again, just like the rest of the website isn't working for whatever reason, but these homes on here, sometimes they're a little bit dilapidated, or we have a client that wants to do something different with the room that they have. So sometimes we need to swap out colors or swap out furniture, something like that. And our client doesn't have a very good imagination when it comes to thinking of what they can do with these homes. So that's where this reimagine this home with AI comes in. Very similar GPT-based system. You just give it exactly what you're looking for, and it goes on ahead and puts in the work to help you visualize what the home looks like once the work is completed. So that's HomeBite. Next up is this tool called Jasper.ai. So Jasper is very similar to ChatGPT, but Jasper is built specifically for doing video scripts and different things like that. Jasper does email scripts, Instagram reel scripts, YouTube video scripts, movie scripts, stuff like that. This one, however, unlike ChatGPT, you do have to pay for it in order to use it. But the cool thing about this that I'm talking about is that it's really easy to hone in on exactly what you're looking for and getting the exact results, getting the exact result that you want. So the exact type of script that you're looking for. A couple more pieces of AI to show you. Our next one is called VideoFi.ai. Now, these guys are going through a little bit of a transition as well, but this is very similar to some of the other systems that we talked about earlier. VideoFi basically takes a blog post and they turn it into an Instagram reel. So turning it into an Instagram reel being that they copy the text out of it, they overlay it with an artificial intelligence voice, they give it a persona, like an actual person on the video that looks like they're talking. It's super cool. So with these guys, you pay a monthly subscription fee, and then you can do X amount of videos per month. I think it's like 15 in total. So it's one Instagram reel every other day is the idea that they're pushing over here. And it does actually work super, super good. All right, next one is a system called myvocal.ai. So this is voice cloning is what the idea is. And the idea is that you have a script, a certain number of words that you have to read off. into the system, and it captures your voice tone, the way that you talk, the way that you speak about stuff, and it turns it into a voice clone. So it'll listen to you talk, and yeah, whatever script you feed it, after that point, it'll read it off and it will sound literally just like you. Next up is a platform called Elto.ai. So Elto is a cold calling phone call system. And the idea with this thing is sales. Now, with that being said, it could do a little bit better. It definitely has some room to grow a little bit. But for those of us that hate cold calling, a system like this would be a huge advantage. Now, there is a real estate agent that I know of. I don't remember if she's here in Phoenix or if she is out of state, but she utilizes a system very similar to this one. And those systems can make up to something like 2,000 phone calls per hour. So if you've got a good database and a large influx of people that you want to call on a consistent basis, then having a system like this to make phone calls for you and then hand off the cold calls to you, that would be a huge advantage for you to have. All right, last AI platform. We're actually just about done with ChatGPT here. This is a system called Realty Genius. Guess I didn't go straight to it. No. There we go. RealtyGenius.ai. So this is essentially your transaction management system meets ChatGPT. So the concept behind this is you can load all of your properties into the system over here, as well as all the documents that go with them, and then it answers questions based off of the documents that you have uploaded into the system. So say, for example, you've got a fourplex that you have that's currently being used as a rental. All 4 units are rented out, and Realty Genius has all the documents inside of it. You can go in and go ask the system, when does the lease expire on this fourplex? And it will answer the questions based off of the 4 documents that you have uploaded into the system. So it's answering not with information from the internet, but it's answering with information based off of what you fed it. There are similar systems out there for people who want to just upload documents into a system and don't do any like transaction management within it. But that's the grand gist of how RealtyGenius.ai works. All right, let me go back over here to the chat real quick, see if there's any additional questions. Going to cover, Ed is asking me if we're going to cover Dolly. Ed, I'm not entirely sure what exactly. No, we're not covering Dolly in this class. So sorry about that. It's not something I have worked into this class, unfortunately. So with that being said, do we have any additional questions or anything like that that I can answer for anybody as I'm wrapping this thing up? Get y'all out of here a couple minutes early.
Hi, Jake. My name is Veronica. So I was asking you that if you go to the very first proposed script, can you ask, which is the frozen one, can you ask ChatGPT to create a video or a proposal of a video?
Oh, I got you. So like create a video script for like a proposal in relation to Frozen?
Correct. I mean, to the, not Frozen, but the whole Scottsdale property or whatsoever. Because it has already the script, but I would like to visualize it.
Oh, so ChatGPT is not really designed per se to create video. There's other AI platforms out there that can do that. But if you get ChatGPT version 4, which is the paid version of it, then you can have it draw pictures, and you could ask it to draw pictures from the script. It's actually a really good question. I've never been asked that one before. So that's what I would say to do, is either find something that will draw the video for you, or also just get the paid version and have it draw still images out of the script to help you visualize what it looks like. Generally speaking, though, when it gives you an idea of what the shot looks like, it usually has a pretty good, generally speaking, has a pretty good visualizer. If you can imagine the image in your head, pretty much, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Okay, thank you so much. So
Absolutely.
just to recap, do you know if there is any other AI portal where we can ask other, I mean, specialized, like Realty Genius, but something like that, but just for videos? Are you aware about any specific link?
I haven't done a whole lot with artificial intelligence and videos. I would say either Futurepedia or Google would probably be your two best resources as
Okay,
far as trying to find something AI related to video.
okay. Thank you so
That's
much. This was awesome
absolutely,
information. I appreciate.
absolutely. All right, let me get you guys my closing thought of the day for everybody here. All right, so just wrapping this up, I always want to say technology will not replace realtors, but realtors without or with technology will replace the realtors that are without technology. Feels kind of ironic saying that, being that I just got done teaching a class on artificial intelligence, but you guys get the general idea. With that being said, I do want to give a huge shout of thanks to everybody for jumping in today. It's been awesome teaching for everybody. Got my contact information up here on the screen if any of you ever want to reach out with any questions or concerns that you have. And let me check the chat one more time as I do have another question. Oh, Sue just saying thank you. You are very, very welcome, Sue. If you guys want to take any CE classes that we have, we do have pre-recorded CE classes that you can take and learn and get your CE credit anywhere at any time. But without further ado, that's what I got for you guys today. So hope you all have a good rest of your day, and we will see you soon in another class.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you guys all.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys all so much for your time. Please consider writing rock title in your next deal, and we'll see you guys in escrow. Thank you.